Commitment 2024 coverage. Iowa is hosting a number of presidential candidates and potential challengers. Both former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are in Iowa today. DeSantis is on his way to Des Moines after making a stop in Davenport. He was introduced this morning to the crowd by Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. DeSantis has not officially announced his run for the White House, but his visit to Iowa, the first in the nation Republican caucus state, signals to many he's close to making his run official. DeSantis says he's in Iowa to promote his book. This morning, DeSantis talked about how many from the Midwest flocked to Florida during the pandemic.
Minnesota, they were fleeing lockdowns to come to Sarasota and Naples and these places. But when I meet Iowans in Florida, they're happy. They love their state because it's well run. It's one of the best run states in the country.
DeSantis will be speaking at the state fairgrounds tonight. Watch for coverage on KCCI 8 News starting at 5. And Nikki Haley was in Clive this morning talking foreign policy with Joni Ernst. Today's event wraps up 3 days of campaigning across the state. At a town hall last night in Nevada, she praised Governor Reynolds for Iowa's private school scholarship program. Haley also told Iowans she wants to put more focus on patriotism and bring more unity to the country.
The one overarching thing that we have to fix above all things is this national self-loathing that has happened in our country. We need to go back to loving America. We need to go back to understanding this is the best country in the world.
This is Haley's second campaign swing through Iowa since announcing her candidacy last month. And former President Donald Trump was the first major Republican candidate to announce his run for the White House last year. He'll make his first campaign stop in Iowa since that announcement on Monday. He'll give a speech in Davenport. And the 2024 presidential campaign got off to a later than normal start. A new Des Moines Metacom Iowa poll looked at which of the major names in the GOP presidential race voters are favoring at this point. Now, the Iowa poll asked voters about what they thought Trump, DeSantis, Haley, and former Vice President Mike Pence. 80% of those polled said they had a very favorable or favorable opinion of Trump. 18% had an unfavorable or very unfavorable opinion. The poll found that 65% had favorable opinions of DeSantis, but also found that 20% had no opinion. 66% had favorable opinions of former Vice President Pence. 26% with unfavorable or very unfavorable opinions. And then Haley was looked at unfavorably by 53% of those polled, with 40% saying they're not sure.